And we are back with another one. Hope you are okay on that side of the screen. And honestly, I'm feeling a bit confused. Now, if you have watched the previous video a few weeks ago regarding the Vulkkano A5 ARC speakers, which are awesome, I will leave a link right over here just in case you missed that out. To me, they were the best for the price and still are in a couple of aspects. But the A4 are just a great option, especially when we have in consideration that the volume that they give is huge. Not as much as the A5, because the A5 is 2 times 50 watts and here we have 2 times 25 watts. But nonetheless, I cannot use any of these at the maximum for long periods of time because my neighbors will complain. The A5 has double of this, 2 times 50. This is 2 times 25, but just take a look at this. It's a lot. I'm gonna leave the door open so that you have an idea. But my neighbors are already looking. Is there any part or something like that? It is huge. When we look at the specs, 2 times 25, we think, that's not much, but this is too much. This is too much. Not comparable with the 2 times 50, which was a blast, but still. The other difference that I also see between the two is that the A5 has a bigger box, so the subwoofer sound will be that bigger woof. And also there's a little bit of difference in terms of audio clarity, which the A5 is a little bit clearer than the A4. But there is also a difference in price, because if you check the link down below, the A4 is quite a few dots below of the A5. So I would suggest to take a look at that, and having in mind that we will have a blast of sound right over here, this might be a little bit better in terms of price to what it gets, which will go against what I said on my last video. But if you are looking for the best, then still, my opinion, the A5 right over here. Nonetheless, you'll have to think for a little bit or for a long bit to take that conclusion. Now, if you are looking for Windows 10 or Windows 11 Home Edition or Pro Edition keys, don't forget to check out KeysFan, where we can find budget and official OEM keys, and with the coupon code you may get Windows 10 Pro at roughly $7 or Windows 11 at roughly $13. So just in case you want to check that out, I will leave a link down below. Now, sorry about that long intro, but this is the honest as I can be. These are just awesome. I love the A5, which I'm using at the living room. These are more appropriate for smaller rooms, although if you have a living room with 30 to 40 square meters, you will be more than fine with these. You will not be able to put the volume at the maximum. Now, looking at them, these are black. There is also a brown option, wood option. One thing that I did love and still do is the smell of wood that comes out of the A5. The black, like the subwoofer that we have seen, the Sub 8, does not have the same amount, but it does have that same smell. So it is awesome. I do prefer brown, but this color also looks great depending on the setup. 2 times 25 watts, weighing 3 kilos, 150 grams. So it is half the weight of the A5. In terms of size, we have seen already the A5 is quite bigger and the price difference is also big. So a link down below so that you can check that out. In terms of the back, we will see the 2 holes here so that it has that woof coming out. And then on the right side, we will have turn on and off. And then we have the input selector, equalizer. And then we have 3 buttons, which we can rotate for the volume, treble and bass. We have optical out, subwoofer out, RCA or auxiliary in. We also have HDMI ARC, so if your TV supports that, you are great. And then we have the USB 4 thumb drive, which honestly I don't use. And we also have the Bluetooth connection, which is what I use mostly, either with a phone or with a laptop, like I did the tests to show you right over here. Here we go. I see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape and fly away tonight. We can get away with it. No, 'cause I'm feeling so At the front, we have this grill, really nice grill right over here that we can remove. We will find the 4-inch woofer right over here and also a 13mm tweeter along with the infrared receiver on the right speaker. On the last video, if you remember, I did talk about the Sub 8, which is this awesome subwoofer right over here. There is also a smaller one. I will try to leave links down below. And on the last video, when I talked about the A5, I said, okay, the subwoofer probably will be most suitable for the A4, which has a smaller box. But the truth is that before you purchase the subwoofer, I would strongly suggest to get the A4 or A5, judge for yourself, and then if you feel the need for the subwoofer, then purchase the subwoofer. I would say that if you are on a living room, then the subwoofer will make total sense because we are watching movies, and if we want that strong bass, then this will make even more a better bass, although here it's just crazy. But this will be a great addition in that particular case. If you are putting on a room or in an office such as this one right over here, then I would suggest to use just the A4 or even the A5 and the subwoofer just for movies and cinema setups and things like that. In terms of the accessories, it comes with everything that you are seeing right over here, including a remote control that we can use to control the speakers, manual, which I did not read. The packaging was great, excellent, like the A5. So Vulkkano takes care of their packaging and their material, which is awesome as well, because it will warrant that we can order without any issue whatsoever, and it will be just great as it is when it arrives. Now, in conclusion, what I can say is that I should have started with the A4, because probably I would say that these are the best for the price that they deliver. But if you can spend a little bit more, I would say, okay, the A5 has that bigger woof that you can feel, not only here, but feel. And probably that it's worth it depending on the setup that you have. Bigger room, A5, smaller room, A4. One thing is for sure, either way that you decide, these are among the best that I've used so far. And hopefully this video was helpful in some way, and if it was, don't forget that usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto Jorge. These are the Vulkkano A4 Arc, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Now with a different kind of song, the door is open. I'm quite a bit distance from there. Huge blast.